Alright, how y'all doing today? Sorry about the late start. Work did not let me out early. So I had to put it off a little bit. Is it just me or does the stream seem a little janky? Why is it stuttering? What? That's weird. Okay. How y'all doing? Sorry about that. Like I said, work just decided it wanted to be a bell end and didn't want to let me out on time today, so you know, when you work overnight, sometimes sometimes you just end up in bad spots, you know. But the miner is almost done. This is where we're gonna dock it. We will be adding lighting hopefully soon. But the miner is almost done. I'm quite glad for it. We just got to add the conveyors and hope that I can manage to get it over there to the dock just with the maneuvering thrusters. Because I have no forward or rear motion until we get some hydrogen in this thing. Which, to be fair, isn't even hooked up to the system now that I think about it. The hydrogen is not hooked up. This could be a problem. That could be a bit of a problem. Because we have not hooked the new ice line up to the hydrogen oxygen generation yet. It's still set up to receive from the old one. Ooh, alright. So what it sounds like is I need to take the old miner out for one more spin today at some point. So let's get this connector on here before it gets too much longer. Let's not do that color. We'll be doing more bridging with those collars. Surprising amount of bridging necessary for for these. I was not aware of the large grid on small ships required this much collar usage. To be fair, that's probably exactly why they made the collars in the first place. But we will stick... Of course, I need steel plate and I don't have it. What's my inventory? Come on, get in there. There we go. Feels weird using these conveyor frames like this. But, hey, if it works, it works. Okay. Yeah, I just placed the order for my next tub of gamer subs this morning. You know, I have learned the hard way. If I don't make sure it's on order, I will find myself running out. I don't like running out because it is my wake-up juice. Like depriving a coffee addict of coffee. I dare say my family is not going to like the flavor I just ordered. Oh man, I do not think they will find the name Titty Milk too entertaining for if I show up with a tub of that. But the Gamer Supps cup, the one I've been using, the one I just got, it came with a free sample, and that was one of the free samples. And it's blue raspberry and milk. I know that seems weird, but it's like, you know, it's no different than berries and cream. I might have wanted to put that on a collar too. Oh well. We'll see how it works. Make it a little unambiguous where it, you know, where we're aiming for with the camera. Where are they? No, seriously, I know I'm blind, but I'm gonna be really ticked off if I type in cam. Okay, good. I didn't immediately recognize it. Good. Okay. That would have really ticked me off if I'd seen it. If I'd seen it after searching for it and immediately recognized that I'd just not freaking paid attention to it. Hey, Gino boy, how you doing? It's under the remote control block. Oh, okay, that makes sense. That at least makes sense. That at least makes sense, you know? I'm questioning where I've put my tab. I've gotten in. Sup, Kanan? I have an entire refinery dedicated just to cobalt. Because it takes so long to process compared to other items. Yeah, I just realized I do not know which connector of all these is it. So we're gonna wait on that until we get in the air. But I do want to see if I can actually see. Okay, I probably want to add a light down there too, definitely. Definitely want to add a light down there too. Good to know. And of course, I don't have any construction components. Wouldn't do for me to have the things I need, would it? Seriously, it's like every time I need something, nope, go make it. Can't wait till I get the storage room built and I feel comfortable setting up and I've moved everything over, so I feel comfortable setting up the inventory management script. I don't feel comfortable setting that up until we're ready, until everything's ready, because then I just have to readjust it later. That was not where I wanted that. I liked the orientation, but yeah, I'm looking forward to see how well this goes. Do I have any bulletproof ready? No, I don't. Pretty sure I only need one, but I'd rather just grab more. Yeah, I know. It's honestly, I think it's probably a little unrealistic and overly optimistic, but I'm willing to try, you know? And we did get an okay. Dirk did say, if we think 900 to 1200 is too big, he's fine with moving that to minimum 600. Let's see. Yeah, that should be a lot better for docking. Now the real question is, do I try to move this on just my maneuvering thrusters? I have to get it from there over to there to dock it. Do I try to move that on maneuvering thrusters alone? Never minding that I probably need a hammerhead. That would be awesome. That would be awesome to make a hammerhead. I feel like this isn't far enough down. I'm sorry. If it feels like it's hanging out too high. Yeah, I think 600 will be viable. Yeah, bulky front end, yeah. It'll be a bulky front end. Yeah, I think we should aim for 600. You know? I forgot to build that. I'm thinking, well, I mean, it all depends on how many people are wanting to participate. It all depends on how many people are wanting to participate. Hammerhead might be nice. Give me throwbacks to that StarCraft vibe. Um, hmm. You know, there's nothing saying that we can't build a city ship. I mean, it's gonna be teams of 3, so for every 3 we'll have another faction. Imagine us. I know it's definitely pulling from Stargate, but snowflake shaped carrier, city ship. It would fulfill the most of the exterior needs to be slopes, by the way, too, because of the whole angles on on the snowflake arms. But how are we setting missiles? I figure top and bottom launch. Launch out the top and the bottom. Yeah, I will. Yeah, vertical launch bays most likely, just to make it simplified. I'm honestly tempted to say we do make it just one faction, but if that ends up with like 8 of us against the bots, it feels like it might be too easy. Yeah, like all one faction, but we work in teams of 3 or 4. Yeah, but that that really depends on how many people are wanting to get in on this. Like it'd be we'll call it 3 days a week. 3 days a week minimum for for it. It's not like we're just going to be on all the time. You can show you could just jump on and Well, my concern with being against other players is that the bots aren't exactly known for being easy to play against either. It is assertive combat systems. Yeah, I'm not. It would be my first time playing PvP in Space Engineers 2. Alright. First off, let's turn off 7, because those aren't even on yet. Don't have fuel yet. So I have 7 big ions pointing up, down, left, and right. I mean, It would be nice to see some PvP at the end. You're not wrong. Maybe at the end we spawn in an Imperial Star Destroyer. See how it matches up to an Imperial Star Destroyer. All right, here we go. Let's find out if this will float. Over to where we need it to dock, at least. We have no forward and back control right now. I mean, yeah, we can always fight till the ship gets destroyed. Oh, you know what we're missing? We're missing gyros. We're missing gyros. I just tried to turn and realized I couldn't. We're missing gyros. All right, I gotta jump out and put those on, but I can't believe I forgot the gyros. All right, gyro. I swear, with as important as this block is, you'd think it'd be easier to spot. Get down in here. How many you think we need? 4? Yeah. How many y'all think we need? 4? You know, I did not count how many far back, that was. Okay, just one gap. I was too enthusiastic to move the ship. That's my fault. That's entirely my fault. And that last one was turned. Good news is, with it just hovering there like that, when I got out of it to come and get come make the gyros, we are going. Oh, I did not think about that. We do need to look at a upgraded gyros mod. You're right. Did do it a second time. Do we have upgraded gyros? We have upgraded gyros at home. The upgraded gyros at home. All right. 4 should be enough for this, don't you think? I have no forward or back control at the moment. And because of that, I can't turn. I can't turn at all. I can turn the camera, but I can't turn the ship because I don't have forward and back right now. Because there's no fuel in them yet. Alright. Whoops. Let's just get out and slap on a pair of temporary. Yeah. I mean, honestly, there's nothing saying we can't just blueprint and you know, spawn a second of the ship in to see how well it goes against itself. But it might be interesting to see how long we can hold out against repeated enemy combat without repairs in between. You know? Oh, that would be hilarious. I've actually been watching his assertive acquisition series, and I just got to the episode where they start working on that. It's so minimalist that... Oh, wait, they're not working. That should be working. There they go. I am just trying to get this turned around. Wait, why am I trying to turn it? I do not want to turn this more than necessary. That would be terrifying going up against that ship. So, you know, at this point. Oh, that's a terrifying amount of wiggle for that. All right. These currently don't have any way to fill. So now we need to solve that. We're hooked up to the to what will be the future main conveyor system. So now we need to add our hydrogen to the main conveyor system. So that's our next step today, so we can finally take this beast out for a ride. That went a lot easier than I thought it would. That thing is so big. That thing is so big compared to the rest of the base. Just the drill head. Just the drill head alone is like just ridiculously huge. How you doing, Coffee? Coffee, we've got a assertive. We've got a big shipbuilding challenge about to start on Thursday. Want to join in? We're gonna be running the Assertive Combat Systems mod. It is loud and proud, and definitely gets the job done. Green is the regular drill head, is the regular mining radius. That red that you can barely see is the carving radius for the alt mode. I think it'll eat some asteroids. And it has 16. Read them. 16 freaking cargo containers on there. Unfortunately, it's not big. It's not large grid, fortunately or unfortunately, however you want to look at it. The large grid version is a fair bit larger. For reference, I can't see the carving radius in its entirety. There it is. Yeah, that's a big carving radius for the big one. If I built that on a large grid ship, it really would be an asteroid eater. I mean, honestly, I think anytime you talk about modded drills, the question isn't how cheaty is it, it's how much is it going to hurt if you get hit by it. Honestly, I wouldn't even be using it if honestly, I probably won't put this on the challenge server, this mod. If I wasn't planning on building literal trash truck just went by. If it wasn't for the fact that I'm planning on building literal dozens of ships to cover this asteroid, I wouldn't even bother. The trash truck was going by and it was particularly loud, so... Had a squirrel moment there, yeah. You ain't lying. Alright, so this is the ice inline. Why are you giving me small grid? Yeah. Sometimes it's both fun to mess with the big cheaty stuff. Other times not playing with the big cheaty stuff would be kneecapping yourself so bad that it makes it unfun. Most of the time I'd rather not have the big cheaty stuff, but sometimes it's the only way to make it not unfun. Like, yes, I kind of enjoy brutalizing myself on the challenge front. But at the same time, what my goal for this asteroid isn't so much make it a challenge, so much. I want it to be a challenge, not be a slog of a grind. You know? I want it to be a challenge, not a slog of a grind that'll get me disinterested, halfway through because I get exhausted of the having to go repeatedly for mining trips over and over and over. I'd rather be able to go like 1 or 2 a week, a week of streams instead of I'm making 2 before stream and then 1 during stream. There's challenge, and then there's an unfun slog. An unfun slog is where, no, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, but my history with building drones so far is horrific. You never saw the Angie. Did you ever see the Angie potato down here? It is failed to retain its programming, apparently. At least as far as I can tell. As far as I can tell, it completely failed to maintain its programming. Or at least if it has retained its programming, it does not want to act like it. Oh, nope, that is not the one I want. Yeah, as far as I can tell, it has completely failed to maintain the memory on the blocks, on the recorders and on the other blocks. Because while it says waypoint 1, waypoint 2, waypoint 3, where are they? They should be right. They should be visible. They should be visible because the waypoints I programmed for this were lift, fly forward, and then switch to the combat AI. And to dock, return to the outmost point that I programmed, come hover over, lower down onto it, and engage the lock. That's what I programmed. It has not maintained that programming. I don't know what's up with it, but it has not maintained the programming. Like when I go to take off, go on HUD, show path on HUD, reference beacons on, I should be able to hop on here and see where my waypoint is, but it's not here. And it's been frustrating me. We got it to work once. Then the next stream it stopped working. It stopped working the next stream, so my plan for drones is to leave that to people who understand them better than I do. Because apparently I don't understand drones well enough for them to work. I did not go get my stuff for this. I've watched 3 or 4 videos, both by Splitsy and several other creators. I have even gone into other worlds and tried and remade them there. I can't get it to work, and that was the one I followed for the for the first drone. And I got linked to one for the first, for my first try, and that's the one I used, and that's the one that failed. Or rather, it was correct. Something I'm doing is wrong. Like, who was it that sent it to me? Is this it?
So you want to be able to launch?
Yeah, Last Stand Gamer. I had followed their programming guide to a T. It worked once. Then it didn't retain it when I saved it. Alright. Right, I did not program that sorter after building it. Of course. Brain. I want hydrogen. Just straight hydrogen, but apparently I can't do that. So apparently you can't sort gases? Really? That is kind of entertaining. Apparently you can't sort gases. At least not via vanilla methods. Then all I should really need to do is Yeah, I kind of agree that is the fun way to play. I did not mean to do that way. Dang it. That is the fun way to play. Chat's been successful in killing you, huh? How is the integration coming, by the way? You say chat's killed you, but have they been getting more creative? Have they been getting more creative? Or have they just been managing to kill you the same way over and over? So what I'm hearing is they need. So, Coffee, what I'm hearing is your chat needs a command to simultaneously spawn a active warhead at your location. I'm hearing your chat needs the ability to spawn a warhead at your location. Yeah. Complete with the noise. Oh, God. God, that would be traumatic. Spawn an active warhead at the player's location. Well, you know. That would be traumatic. The question is, do you spawn it already live and ticking down, or do you spawn it as it's about to explode? Because the latter, at least the former, gives you a chance to react. The latter leaves you swinging in the wind almost. I mean, I used to play when I got started on Twitch. I was playing Minecraft Dungeons, and I lucked my way into a teleporting exploding build, into a teleporting explosion build. And I would teleport around the battlefield, and every time I teleported, I exploded. It was kind of fun watching hordes of enemies explode as you bounced around through them. Too bad Microsoft messed up Minecraft Dungeons login so bad I can't log into the game anymore. Really ticks me off, actually. I did do the migration. Then Microsoft forced the company running the code to do in-game login instead of before-game login. And at least for me, despite several reinstalls as well as repairs on the game, it will not open up the window to do in-game login. It opens up a blank white window and then sits there trying to load and won't go any further. It's frustrating and infuriating. An in-game window that just all right. Where are they? That's just it. I'm logged into the launcher too, but for some reason you're supposed to pick a user that's logged into the launcher when you log in. Hey Dirk, how you doing? When you log in, when you press press, any key to start, you're supposed to pick a user as part of the starting the game. It just locks up right there. It's been frustrating me for a while. Doing pretty good today. Work was a little rough, so we didn't get home on time to start at 7, so all right, that means I want to put engines on off and minor hydros, stockpile on off. I have my motion thrusters, my maneuver thrusters, my camera. I'll just use. You had a good birthday, dude. Great. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. A little bit late, it sounds like, but happy birthday nonetheless. And I did not want to go to that. So, the miner is technically functional. It's just a matter of getting these hydrogen tanks loaded. Did I not? Oh boy. Oh boy. My bad. Up. Where is it? I have my connectors attached to the cargos, but I don't know if the cargos are properly attached to the hydros, so every moment's a potato moment with me, you know that. So are you going to be able to join? All right, no problem. I'm here. I'll be here for a few hours yet. I'm going to be highly upset if this doesn't charge, so that is not connected to anything. Ooh, my oxygen's getting a little low and I did not notice. That reminds me, I need to refill my oxygen tanks. Fair enough. While I will be buying it today after stream and starting the world, I will be sending out. I will be posting the invite link to whoever wants to actually participate on Thursday. I'll be off that day, so I'll be able to spend a long time on there that day. I need to go refill my oxygen tanks. Did not realize they were both empty. You know what? This one is probably... Yeah, there we go. Nice. Congratulations. Can't wait for these to start charging. Wish they would. Let's check the other ones, see if they're doing it. Like, we are receiving hydrogen because the freaking... the engine started running immediately. We are receiving hydrogen from somewhere because the engine started running immediately. Question is, was it pulling it or was it just receiving it? Okay, there we go. Maybe we didn't need that. I don't think we did, but the downside of high-end tools. You forget that you're you're grinding behind stuff you don't want to damage. That filled really fast once we once I remembered to turn on stockpile. I'm a little upset that didn't fill without it. All right. So there's one more thing that I gotta do here. Well, yeah, I think we need more gyros. I am tracking my mouse the full width of my freaking mouse pad, and it's barely turning. We need more gyros on this thing. 4 is not enough. I'm thinking 8? 8 or 10? It is small grid. It is indeed small grid. True. we'll start with 10 and see how that rolls the first time we use it. I mean, the first time we're filled up. We'll start with 10, see how 10 rolls. If 10's no bueno, then we'll I mean, with that big drill on front, there's every chance that show center of mass. Yeah, I can't. The funny thing is, we put all the batteries on that center mass. All the batteries are where center mass is. Center mass is right where all the batteries are. Oh man, that sucks. I could get a little closer with one of them. I mean, with two more, but a bar just for gyros, that's not a bad idea. I may have to do that on the next ship we do. It's a little late to do it on this ship because we'd basically be gelding the ship to do it. Yeah, I'll... Oh, that's a lot better. That is a lot better when I'm moving. But I should turn that info off. All right, let's pick an asteroid and say, you know what? You're first target. I do need to turn number 6 off. Oh. Yeah, no, she's built like a tug, you know. And while turning on a dime is nice, especially when you're guts deep in an asteroid, you know, it is nice to be able to turn, you know, maneuver, that's I want more lateral movement there, and if I want that, I can always just add more thrusters. Honestly, it feels weird to refer to being in an asteroid as guts deep. I apologize about that. After we see how much it mines, then we'll decide what to name it. I want to see how fast this fills it up before I decide to name it. Because, if this is going to fill up really, really fast, I'm going to have to add more cargo. While the view might not be the best, it does feel like it'll Alright, let's start slowing down. We're sub 2 kilometers now. Well, no. God, this thing, look how fast this thing slows down. Holy cow, it slows fast. I mean, I suppose that's what happens when you've only got 7 forward large hydrogens, but you have 8 reverse large hydrogens. You, definitely slow down pretty quickly. It is maxing out. If I try to move the thrust in multiple directions, it does max out. There are like 8 batteries on this. There are like 8 or 9 batteries on this. That drill takes a ton of power. Not to mention the maneuvering's ions, so even more there. I mean, we just basically carved a scar across the asteroid in no time. Honestly, I'd be testing the straight plunge, but I'm a little concerned about it. Yeah, I think we can say from this, the question isn't whether we can drive through an asteroid. It's how many times we're going to have to back out because we filled up the tank. Also, I think I definitely want to mount a spotlight on this. Bro, we are seeing daylight out the side of the asteroid. And that's pretty much full right now. Oof! Oof! She barely moves. That went pretty freaking deep. That went pretty freaking deep. For a test plunge. Oof, though, that turning. Yeah, definitely more gyros. Definitely more gyros. And maybe don't fill up the drill, too. Definitely more gyros, and maybe don't fill up the drill when we do. Like, we still haven't even reached max burn yet. Holy, we just reached max burn. Holy cow. We were a third of the way back before we hit max burn on full load. I am thinking definitely more gyros. Definitely more gyros. I might just layer a bar of, I might just layer more on top of the ones that are already there. But this thing's got batteries for days. This thing has got batteries for days. Including the fact that I forgot to turn off the hydro engines before we got underway. We've still got 77% fuel left, and they ran for like 3 minutes solid. There's enough in this. I'm gonna start slowing down a few kilometers away. I'm thinking more batteries for sure. More batteries for sure. Probably towards the back of it. Bring the center of gravity further towards the back with some batteries. I definitely could not see myself automating this ship. I don't care. This thing's not getting automated. I'm sorry. Maybe a version of this gets automated, but not this particular one. Imagine if they had been an iron. Oof, this thing rolls. Oh man, I might have to double the maneuvering thrusters on this thing. as well as more gyros. I think you were right on the 20 gyros, because this is 12. This is 12, and it's limping in, is the best way to describe this with a full batch. Like, she thick. She thick. Definitely need more maneuvering thrusters. Too fast, too fast, too fast. All right. Well, one more thing. That worked. Let's confirm that is. And confirm it is draining at least. Let's go check the refineries, see how they're doing. That's gonna be the better metric, I think. Where is up? Up is confusing me. It is storing stone, which is good. It is storing to get to offload. So the refineries, this one in particular should be running because it's the stone refinery here. Should be, is going at it. Still loading up, but it is going at it. The stone refinery is working, which means I did not completely screw up my setup. And as a consequence, if we go down here, call our elevator. Looks like it's on its way up right now. There we go. Move on to floor 2. We should be able to find in the assemblers, if I can get access to them somehow. Inventory, maybe it's pushing to the upper ones first. Or it's not pushing because it should be pushing to these assemblers. What? It should be pushing to these assemblers. There's no question about that. I think what I'll end up doing is putting the gravel ones over here, or put those in a sub room. Okay, it just hasn't started pushing yet. Okay. Got it. Just hasn't started pushing yet because there's no demand. Which makes me think I need to check this one. Alright, so when it's queued up correctly. There's just no demand on this network yet, because All right. Does not feel like it's only been an hour and a half. So we have one more thing we got to do related to the network. Specifically, you know what? I need, since the one up here is going to be going away, I need to rename it so it does, so I can tell it apart. That way, when I go to the other assemblers, wherever they are, 2 through 9, block group, turn them on cooperative mode. All right. Let's see. Brain. How is the awakening? Well, the demon ship has flown at least once. We just went and tested it out on a nearby asteroid, and well, it took all of like a minute and a half to fill up the entire storage. I should have tested it on an iron depositor or something, because it chewed through it in no time. I'm trying to remember the command for the conveyor visibility for build info. BICN. Okay, that's what I was looking for. I need to be able to see where this network is that I can tie into it. Because I gotta tie that into it so I can access it from my work hangar. Yeah, it is a unit. Let's put it that way. That thing is a unit. It's gonna be a delight to use. That is not connected yet. That needs to be connected up. I suppose I care less about where it's hooked up as long as it's not... Okay. Think I have an idea where I need to go to hook it up. I don't want it here because this is my hydrogen. All right. Okay, so yeah, I want to head over here. Wonderful. Absolutely fantastic. Exactly what I need to hear when I'm guts deep in a hole. It is a little disorienting seeing the conveyor networks. It is a little disorienting seeing the conveyor network like that. But I can't wait for the I can't wait for the flush Alright, so that comes down. The output for components is that spot right at the bottom there. And that's the floor of a room. So I need to come all the way down here. Is this the corner of the room? Yep. I need to come down here because while I could just plug in anywhere, plugging in before the is not straight in the slightest. You know what? I'm being stupid doing it this way. I mean, that's nothing new, but I'm being stupid doing it this way. I need to go to the room and I do love the fact that I am intentionally building the base to be traversable without needing the jetpack. I do love that feature. Definitely one of my favorite things I've planned for this base. So right there is the sorter that is set to pull out components and send them downstream. So if I want to connect to this network and use these assemblers, I need to connect post that sorter, otherwise it's not gonna work. Or I need to do it for best practice rather. Don't get lazy just because you can. Nope, wrong one. I will say that the big miner, it needs like an additional dozen gyros, because once filled up it moved like a I hate to put it this way, it moved like a drunk pregnant chick. That is the nicest way I can put how it moved. Wait. I should be able to go up here and request 6. Co-op mode should be enabled. And it can't pull to the sorter, so it should be in one of these. Oh, balls. Are you telling me I can't use it yet because I don't have any cargoes on it yet? Alright. The growing pains of expanding to a new system. There we go. I'm going to put a junction here. This is going to get annoying having to go up and down, till we get this solved. Why am I going over here? Frame. But we're gonna get it solved. We're gonna get it figured out. Hmm. Alright, and then from here, I should be able to shoot off this direction for a ways. All right. That's weird. Oh. Sorry you guys keep seeing me yawn so much. Down from there. It's not what I meant to run to. Alright. Organize here. Oh, right. I went the wrong way. What? All right, let's start getting the down hike for this setup. All right. We're gonna figure this out. I'll build this ways, get this built a ways down like it is. Then I'll, once I get this built up a little bit, then I'll, return on my conveyor visions that I can figure out where I need to turn or go to the other side and make the turn, and head this direction. Where's But the whole goal of this area right here is supposed to be where I build ships, build the, you know, at least start ships. You know, this is supposed to be my hangar for building small grid ships up to about the size of the miner. Sleepy. That's what happens when you're up all night working and then you decide to stream afterwards. You tend to sound a little sleepy. This hangar is for, which it needs better lid, I know. This hangar is for building small grid ships similar to, you know, up to the size of the miner, maybe a little bigger. The miner wasn't quite pushing it, but it was getting close. Can't withdraw 3 motors and 6 motors. And I do have plans to get the Icy's inventory script on this base as soon as I get a proper storage room built. As it stands right now, I don't really have a storage room. Just a hodgepodge, really. And I'm finding the big issue I have with this, it's still got a ton of freaking stone in it. Oh no. Did they not connect? No, they connected. It wouldn't have filled up with stone that far if it wasn't. But I think future best practice is going to be don't fill up the I think future best practice for this thing is going to be not filling up the drill. Because only inventories of this current ship. Okay. Wait, what? It should be visible in the screen. The inventory for it's empty. Okay, so it emptied out everything into the sub storages already. Which is both good and bad because, yeah. I am not getting a hydrogen refill from being in here. All right. That means we're going to take a little short round here out for a trip. Get it off of there before the other ship eats all the Did you see it? The other ship immediately started draining off the ice, the hydrogen from it. There was so much needed. I mean, solar panels don't help with hydrogen needs. Just with power needs. And honestly, for that miner, I probably should put some solar panels. If only to give me a way to recharge the batteries even if I run out of hydrogen on a long trip. Somehow. I mean, I do have hydrogen generators on there. Hydrogen engines. But again, that's depending on hydrogen. It's why I actually need to add some O2H2s to it to convert ice I mine into hydrogen if necessary. Leave them off most of the time. Wonderful, a military mine layer. Thank you for the follow, Risty. 1627. I apologize if me yawning is a little annoying. And I apologize if I keep going in and out of focus because my camera is a little weird sometimes. It is the life of a streamer, yep. Streaming to you've been awake for way too long. Where? Is it this one? Is it this one? I have an entire shelf full of models. Right now that was actually the full that was the full mechanics aerial there. I have several master grades over there. 1, 2, 3, 5 master grades over there with 2 more waiting to be built. Dude, I that full mechanics might be my pride and joy though, because that thing was a beauty to build. First master grade I ever did was the F91, and God, that was a gorgeous build. I got the lighting kit for it too, so it's, got the works. I think master grades alone I have 2 waiting to build, but others I have 2 whole shelves of a shelving unit of them. I think it's like 12 or 13 models. So yeah, no, I know what you mean. It's like you see one, you buy one, and then it sits on the shelf for 6 months until you finally find time to make it. Woo! Came in a little too hot there. I mean, if we're talking about Gramps alone, I've probably got 15 to 20 RX-70, RX-78-2s, including 1 master grade. I think it's the 1.5 master grade. Honestly, not the master grade RX-78 I wanted, but it was the one I was able to get. Ooh, yeah, no. Dude, My local card shop has a perfect grade RX 78 RX 78 PGU sitting on the shelf waiting to be bought, and I just don't have the money for it. They have just the one. I want it so bad. According to the guy running the shop, they've never even had anybody ask, about it. So even though I want to build it so bad, I'm not too worried because there's apparently not a lot of people in my area that buy locally for models. So I'm fairly confident it'll be there when I finally do get the money together for it. And you can bet sure as heck I will be building that perfect grade on stream. You can bet sure as heck that PG is getting built on stream. If I'm going to spend $300+ on a model, I'm going to build it where people can see it. And it will be a straight build. I'm not painting. Honestly, I want the high-grade Psycho Gundam. Just because. And I could probably afford it. I could probably afford to get it. It's just hard to justify pulling the trigger on a model that'll probably sit on my shelf for a month or two. Yeah, ads. Freaking ads. But they do help me. The ads do help me make money. On average, lately I've been getting around 30 cents a day from ads, so some days it's literally the only income I make. Really, Kira, you did that? It is the appeal is building them, being able to pose them. They're just for people who like building things with their hands, it's something you can put on your shelf and say, I built that. And it's not constrained by a video game. You're not constrained on seeing it only when you're in a video game. It's sitting there physically on your shelf, and you could just decide to pick it up and play with it anytime you want. That's the appeal. Most people don't just straight... Really? I keep confusing the F and C buttons today. That's the appeal, it's a tangible, physical, I built this, here it is. It's the people, it's like the people who like to build the model planes and boats, but anime. There's not just Gunpla. Not just models of the Gundams. I am going to admit I do have a Super Fumina model sitting waiting to be built. I'm not going to deny that one. For those who've seen that model, they understand why why I'm admitting to it, and I'm not ashamed. Alright, and now I gotta get reoriented because I have way too many. There's the orange shipyards. Yeah, like if you've never seen the F91 model, the head sculpt is a little finicky because it does involve a transformation element. But that's the F91 Master Grade. It is tiny. When I say tiny, I mean tiny. For reference, this is my Master Grade RX 78-2 for size comparison. The Master Grade F91 is legitimately the smallest full-size Gundam that they made into a Master Grade so far. And right, the camera on the helmet is a microscopic clear piece of plastic. It required tweezers to put in, and I dropped it like a dozen times trying to fit it in. Yeah, that's my favorite thing about the Perfect Grades is they have the fully posable hands, not just it's open or it's closed, but it's fully posable. That is the best. That is one of the best parts about Perfect Grade, is they're fully posable. They're not limited to fist, open hand, and that's it. Maybe with a movable trigger finger to fit it in the gun properly. You know, they're not limited to that. No. All 5 fingers fully posable. Some of them, they're so posable. Yeah, but that's just it. It's the Verka that's like that, you know? The Verkas are the exception on quality. And the Sazabi Verka is one I have considered building, one I have considered getting. But every time I think about it, it's like, that's too big for my shelf. I want to get it, but I need a bigger shelf. I will admit to wanting to get the Penelope. Not the Penelope. Is it the Penelope? God, now I feel like I need to go, after I dock this, I need to go on to New Type and, holy shit. That's ridiculous. Let me bring this to a stop real quick. It'll slow on its own. I'm still far enough out. I mean, the high grade Psycho Gundam is 12 inches tall. There's one kit. I can't remember which one it is. I've seen it built once. Ooh, right now New Type has the Master Grade High Mobility Psycho Zaku in stock. The Thunderbolt version with all the bells and whistles. It's $106. Oh. They have the Destiny Gundam Extreme Blast mode in stock right now on Master Grade. $72. God, that looks beautiful with the freaking, with the wings. Oh, the Zeong doesn't have any freaking specs on it. The Zeong doesn't have any specs on the freaking sheet. On the page. Each hand has over 30 pieces. I would love to get... Ooh! They have the Mega Scale RX-78 in. They have the Mega Scale RX-78 in, as well as the Unicorn Destroy mode. Yeah. For reference, the Mega size RX-78, that's a 1/48th scale. That's 1/48th scale. It's about 14 inches tall. Yeah, the Neo Zeong is the high grade Neo Zeong is the one I'm looking for, and I'm not seeing it on New Type. At least not scrolling, which means I'm probably not far enough down. Alright, New Type does not even list the high-grade Neo Zeong kit. It does list the regular Zeong, but it's only, but it's a standard high-grade. It's still massive compared to... It's still massive compared to an RX-78, but, the still just not as there's a specific one I'm looking for. It's not the Nightingale. Although the Nightingale is massive. The Nightingale is massive, it's more wide than it is tall. I have not yet. It is good. I'm gonna have to check it out. Helps if I stay in the ship while its dampeners are off, I suppose. Welcome back, Kanan. We are nerding out a little about Gundam at the moment. I'm interested in trying to build the Barbatorus. That might be a fun one to build. Oh, it's all right. I love talking about Gundam. It and Robotech are pretty much the mecha series that got me interested in robots. I am solo right now, but we will be. Let's put it this way: Robotech finished its original production run the year I was born. Like, despite all the controversy behind it, it's genuinely enjoyable to watch. Regardless, yeah. I'm 38, and legitimately, once a year, I go and watch it all the way through again because I enjoyed it that much. Hey, you know what the advantage of being older is? Gundam cockpit. Oh god, that would be awesome. I would love, dude. I would love to build and stream from a Gundam cockpit. That would be phenomenal. And I don't just mean a model. Could you imagine playing games, from a mecha cockpit? But I do not have the technical know-how for that kind of building. I will be commissioning. I have a friend in mind who is I am going to be commissioning a Zordon tube for a stream, for an overlay. I've got an artist friend who I will be commissioning to make me a Zordon tube overlay for a stream. Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely one of these days, if I have the space, I would love a custom gaming cockpit. But definitely with the whole floating head and my arms are slowly disappearing, definitely a Zordon tube here would be entertaining. All right, so that's our ice refilling. So hopefully we'll be able to, restock our tanks after that thing sapped everything. Like, this is completely empty, which means my batteries are going to be suffering probably. Yeah. I'm legitimately running you know what I just realized? This whole stream, I forgot to turn on the game sounds. I apologize so much. Because I can hear it all, I forget you guys can't. Let's see. This was full. This, it might have just filled back up, but got 58% store. No. Yeah, I'm actually really bad about it. I'm not even going to deny it. I'm really bad about it. So, the little bit of ice I was able to obtain is being trickled in to refill our system. Hopefully we'll get some backlog again. I'm definitely going to have to get more hydrogen tanks on the base. Maybe one of the so for those of you who haven't gotten to see the asteroid we're on, it's the size of this asteroid that triggered the challenge, by the way. She big. She's a good size. She's not planet size, but she's a good size. And I want to build dockyards all over it. Maybe one of the spots where I was intending to build a bunch of docks will instead be a bank of hydrogen, hydrogen tanks and oxygen tanks under shelter. That's where the bottom of the elevator comes out. It's still on a stupid stick because I just haven't torn it down yet. I don't know about only 450. Maybe about 600. Yeah, no, I could use, I definitely am looking forward to getting some uranium. That seems like a very arbitrary number. It kind of bothers me. I don't know how many long I made my stupid stick there, but I need to count that. You know what? Another block I realized we don't have on here. We don't have an ore detector on this thing. We don't have an ore detector here. This whole big ass ship, and we don't have an ore detector on there. I did have plans to stick an azimuth ore detector on here, though. That was the kind I wanted to stick on here. Detector components. Holy shit. I forgot how many detector components these things took. It'll still still be kind of fun to build, I think. You know? I need to put more batteries on it, I think, towards the back to weigh it down, because we have a lot of weight towards the front. This also means I need to add an antenna, which I don't have on here either. Yeah, no, you're not wrong. I just, more gyros. Which reminds me, I need to add like another dozen of those. Before we take this out again, I need to make like a dozen of those. For reference, the heavy mining drill holds as much as half. The small grid heavy mining drill holds as much as half of a large grid large cargo container. Actually, a little more than half. It's almost 3 million, and the large grid large cargo container is just over 4. This thing swings like a drunk when you're This thing swings like a drunk when you Let's crank it. Hey, there's silicon in this asteroid. Did not know that. Methinks I need to put that on the hot bar and toggle it on, be able to toggle it on and off. Yeah, there's silicon down in there. Did not know that. Silicon, the one thing that you generally don't need mountains of. It's like, I'd rather have iron. Let's go check on our staging cargo here. See how it is. Bet it's still full. Surprisingly not. How is this not full? Oh, I know why. Because when I added this, I never added a sorter in line. So I know, so I know it was, so it doesn't have a drain all on it. Oh, I have a gravel processing mod. I have one already. It's got one right here on the initial part of the base. It does produce a little bit of uranium, but not enough for me to be comfortable. Yeah, ads. They're a pain, but I like. Let's see. Today is Tuesday. Tomorrow's stream, I think, will be starting to build the. Tomorrow's stream will be starting to build the cargo room. Does ore cover stone? I think it does. Yeah, it does. So, with that, pulling everything out a little faster, sort of, we're, another one down. Start pulling for more now, soon. Are you telling me you're not gonna pull? There we go. Found where it's pulling from. That'll help push out the ore a little faster. Is this full? It's not even half full. Getting there though. It was at 300,000 volume. Now it's at almost 1 million. Do you guys think I should put up? You think guys think I should put in line 2 or 3 more staging containers like this? Think I should add a second one? I mean, it looks like this drill's going to fill up a staging container and then some every time I bring it in. I'm thinking I need 2 of them. I mean, because the drill is 2/3 of one of these by itself. I'll think on it. It'll matter less when we're pulling in actual ores instead of just stone. But We're still half full. Gonna get some sleep. It's still half full. After an hour and a half hour of freaking, emptying, it's still half full. Which I'm pretty sure can be attributed directly to how poorly I was, Later, GNO boy. Alright. I'm going to regret this, going out with it still half full. But, that one right there, that iron, that has iron and cobalt veins literally right next to each other. It would be stupid to not go and mine up a good chunk of those right now. Now that I've got a miner that can actually do them justice. That one up there is just cobalt, but this one that I'm headed for has 2 separate deposits of iron and a cobalt deposit. You know what I want to see as a mod, or as either a mod or for Space Engineers 2? I want the ability to move voxels. I want to be able to grab an asteroid and with enough thruster power drag it. I want to be able to drag an asteroid. Yeah. Even if it's add thrusters to an asteroid and push it. I want to be able to move an asteroid. Because you can't tell me setting up a massive you can't tell me it wouldn't be hilarious to drop an asteroid on a planet. I mean, technically a war crime and reenacting the pre-war Mobile Suit Gundam, but would be pretty neat to drop an asteroid on a planet. Even if they only limited it to the small voxels like the asteroids and not planets. Yeah. I mean, you could do a space colony now and just convert it to a dynamic grid from a station with thrusters on it and freaking, and just steer it into orbit. That's not a question of whether you can do that. The answer is yes. Could you? And that's morally gray at best. I can believe it took quite a lot of hydro thrusters. I'd be more concerned if it didn't take a ton of thrusters. I want to get some of this cobalt too. And with that, we're officially filling the drill, so let's back out and head back. Like, that was just 8 cargoes full, by the way, that we just filled. Yeah, no, I get it. I'm definitely not as fast as I could be, as it could be. That's for sure. But I'm also having fun with it. I only play like 3-4 hours a day. Because, I only play on stream and for like an hour or two a day otherwise. Hey, look, it's our friendly neighborhood want to get banned. We had our daily view seller bot. I know you guys can't see it, but yeah. Yeah, no, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But there are still 16 of them. And the drill holds 3/4 of a large cargo by itself. I didn't fill it up because it specifically made it so heavy I had trouble maneuvering when it was full. Yeah, no, I have done that before, and as is usual, nobody talks when I do that. And also, verified accounts is one of my least favorite things people do. I really don't like honestly, I don't mind them showing up in my chat, because if they show up in my chat, it's a chance to get to report them. And that's a gem. True. I don't have so much a problem with with them following me. Problem is that they try to sell things in chat, and I don't like that. feel like this is the correct orientation, but I do need to slow the F down. Yep. This is my big beef with this ship right here. Is when it's fully loaded, it flies like a drunk pig. The next time we take off in this ship, the next time we take off in this ship, we take off from this perspective, so I can line up the so I can figure out my point of reference that I need for it. Alright, let's I was about to say, it should start draining out the iron pretty quickly. It should pass right through that because there is an entire separate furnace just for iron. And one separately for cobalt. So it should pass through the iron coming to this one. Oh, that's a horrifying angle there. Why would you do that to me? And then cobalt right here. Yep. This one's for anything that's not iron, stone, iron, or cobalt. This one's just stone, is just a bunch of speed modules. Like, yeah. I'm gonna have to do something with the gravel soon. But so we have had a successful test of, oh god, I forgot to turn everything off. Get up there and turn it off. Oh. Alright. After this thing completely empties out, this time I'm going for ice. But we are reaching that unfortunate time of day where I have to call it a day because I work tonight. So there is that, unfortunately. So I will see you guys next time. Catch you later.